The sirens had just faded when Marcus stepped off the fire truck, his boots heavy with ash and exhaustion. The old warehouse behind him still smoked, its skeleton blackened against the gray dawn. It had been a long night, no casualties, thank God, but the kind that sank into your bones and stayed there. He pulled off his helmet, wiped his face, and let out a slow breath. That was when he heard it. A sound so small, so fragile, it almost disappeared beneath the crackle of dying embers. A whimper. Marcus froze. He turned, scanning the rubble, listening. There it was again, soft, trembling, desperate. He followed the sound, stepping carefully over broken glass and warped metal. His flashlight swept across the debris until it landed on a tiny shape wedged between two fallen beams. A puppy. It was no bigger than his forearm, its fur matted with soot, one ear folded over, its little body shaking. Its eyes, wide, dark, pleading, locked onto his, and then it did something that made his chest tighten. It tried to crawl toward him, its back leg dragged uselessly behind it. Oh no. Hey, hey, easy, little one, Marcus whispered, dropping to his knees. The puppy whimpered louder now, its tiny tail wagging weakly, like it was afraid he might disappear if it didn't show enough hope. Marcus carefully lifted the beam enough to slide the puppy out. The little thing flinched but didn't bite. It only pressed its face into his glove, trembling, as if it already trusted him with everything it had left. He had seen a lot in his 10 years as a firefighter. Loss, fear, miracles. But this hurt in a different way. "Where's your family, huh?" he murmured. The puppy looked back at the ruins, then at him again, and let out a broken little cry. Marcus swallowed hard. He wrapped the puppy in his jacket and held it close to his chest. Its heartbeat was fast and fluttery, like a trapped bird. As he carried it to the ambulance, something unexpected happened. The puppy lifted its head, and it tugged gently at his glove with its teeth. Not playful, not aggressive. "Urgent, what is it?" Marcus said. The puppy squirmed, trying to twist out of his arms, whining insistently, pulling his glove again and again. Marcus hesitated. Then he followed. The puppy guided him, through smoke, past rubble, to a collapsed corner of the building. It barked weakly, pawing at a dark gap between slabs of concrete. Marcus's heart dropped. "No, don't tell me." He radioed for help immediately within minutes. The crew was back in action. They lifted debris piece by piece, carefully, methodically, and then someone shouted, "I hear something." A faint, human cry, barely alive. They pulled her out, a woman, unconscious, covered in dust, but breathing. The puppy went wild in Marcus's arms, barking, squirming, licking his face. "You saved her," Marcus whispered, his voice breaking. "You little hero, you saved her." Tears burned in his eyes. That tiny, injured puppy hadn't begged for itself. It had begged for her, and in that moment Marcus knew this wasn't just a rescue. This was a story of courage no one would ever forget.